Right, hello. This is another match I had using the Melodious deck against a Chronomaly deck. So let's see how this plays out. I'll be pausing to explain what I did or what my opponent did at any given time. So my opponent starts off. He sets down two Mystical Space Typhoons. I assumed that he didn't have anything, or he was just trying to lure me in so I would attack. Okay, so here I activate the first card of the combo, which is solo first movement or first movement solo. Basically, when I have no monsters on the field, I can special summon one level 4 or lower Melodious monster from my deck or my hand. And the monster you have to go for is Aria. And the only reason you go for Aria is that so none of your Melodious monsters who are special summoned can get destroyed by battle. Next I summoned out Cannon. Basically, when a Melodious monster is on the field, I can special summon Cannon, and basically its other effect is I can target one Melodious monster on the field and change its battle position, which isn't so great in this circumstance. Anyway, since I have Transmodify, I use Transmodify on the Cannon. Cannon then becomes Elgia. Elgia's effect is that when it's special summoned, all Melodious monsters can't be destroyed by card effect, and the other additional ability is that all special summon fairy type monsters gain 300 attack. So my two face down cards are Transmodify and Fusion Substitute, which is my version of polymerization that I'll use to bring out one of the two new Melodious monsters. You have Secabretta? I butchered that name, but you can bring out her with two Melodious monsters, and its effect is that you can target up to 3 cards in either player's graves and banish them, then it gets 200 attack for each of them. This is a permanent effect, so if you banish all 3, you can get up to 3000 and then continue and make it immensely powerful. Or I can bring out Bloom Diva the Melodious Muse, which requires 1 Melodious Monstress and 1 Melodious Monster. Basically, it can't be destroyed by battle, and all battle damage I take is 0. But when it attacks, my opponent takes damage equal to the difference between their monster's original attack point and Bloom's original attack. So basically, you could lower Bloom's. Actually, no, you can't. I was going to say you could lower Bloom's attack to 0 and then attack, but it's for the original attack and not for the changed attack. Anyway, so I go for the attack with Elgia and Aria. So he uses Mystical Space Typhoon to try and take out my 2 back row, which he does. Okay, so here is where he sees that there's nothing he can do. So first he activates Chronomaly C Babylon, which is once per turn you can banish 1 Chronomaly monster from your graveyard, then target 1 Chronomaly monster in your graveyard with the same level as the banished monster and special summon it. Then he summons Chronomaly Chula Guardian. So basically he can special summon this since there is a field card on the field in play. Then he can special summon a Chronomaly Moa. So here he thinks he wants to use Dark World Shackle, which makes my monster's attack and defense 100. But the thing is, since Aria is on the field, nothing can get targeted, and Elgia makes it so that card effects can't destroy them. So he activates Dark World Shackle. At this point, he was like, "Oh, I can only target my own monsters," and he quit. So yeah, there is that. Basically, the whole thing is, if you're playing a Melodious deck, you're gonna get out Aria and Elgia as quick as possible so you can protect all of your monsters from any further destruction. But with that, I am done.